G'day and welcome to this week's video. My name is Robert Gowdy and just finished an appointment with long-term clients of mine and had a very good question. Getting to early 60s and had the question as we're going through the portfolio, said, look, as we get older and we retire, should we go more defensive? And yeah, it was obviously a simple question, but as I normally do it, I turn it into a very long-winded answer. But I'll give you the abbreviated version of it. And when I looked at the wife, there is obviously a gap, a 5-year gap, so around 57-ish. So given that there's every chance at age, say 57, that a very good chance that she could possibly live through into her 90s, it's potentially a 30 to 40 year investment time frame. I've explained to them that going too conservative when we retire, which for them might be in the next 2 or 3 years, or at least part-time, that could be a real risk. That moving your investment assets, your superannuation assets, from areas that can grow, so the businesses and the properties via the stock exchanges, moving that from an areas that can grow, which will always give you a higher return than defensive, moving it as we get to say 65 or 67 from that growth assets and shifting it into the defensive asset will, over the short term, reduce the amount of volatility and possibly help people sleep at night, knowing that their investment values are not going up and down, which is fine in the short term. But if we're investing for decades, and this is the key point, that retirement can be for absolute decades, where money needs to last. And by going too conservative over a long time frame, I believe is a real risk. And I believe it's a far greater risk than putting up with short-term volatility. And then that led on to obviously another discussion about, how often do you look at your portfolio? And the answer was never. We're busy working, we're busy doing things we enjoy, we don't have time to continue looking at the portfolios. And that's something, again, that I recommend clients don't do, is look at it regularly to see the short-term market movements. Share markets are liquid, they're going to fluctuate all the time. There's wars, there's terrorism, there's interest rates, there's inflation, there's negativity that affect the market in the short term. But over the long term, what will dictate the prices of the share market, of the businesses within it, is human endeavour. People continuing to do good work, improving products and services over years, over decades, and that's what will drive valuations. Yeah, should you go conservative? In short, my thoughts are no. If you have a look at a lot of the industry funds, they have what they call life cycle investing. So as you get to age 60, they move assets to more conservative areas. And it doesn't take into account that retirement for some might be 30 to 40 years long. I hope that was a help. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That would be great. And give us a thumbs up. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week. See ya.